Hi, this is Chris.
This is Chelsea.
And this is Ale and Ada, episode 2.
This is our Flosstube channel where we're talking about what we're drinking and what we're stitching.
Right. First off, we wanted to say thank you. I feel very energized actually because it's a little daunting starting a YouTube channel and putting yourselves out there no matter what the scope is, but there have been so many comments and everybody's just super nice, and it's just nice to be, I mean, that's kind of part of why we were doing what we were doing, just community and getting to know people. And so far we've had a flood of comments and everything's been great and genuine, and it's just been very nice.
Yeah, more than I think we expected on our first video especially. And we know that we're blessed with having
friends that already do this and have their feet in the, so to speak, are already at least invested, have already invested so much time into it. Yeah,
and are helping us tremendously. And so we really appreciate all that. But I don't think we were expecting so much positive response on just one video. It's
I was
so
expecting subscribers.
Right, like we really.
I don't know how this works apparently, but I mean, I didn't expect anything really.
We really appreciate that so many of you have already clicked that button and say like, yeah, I'm willing to listen to you again. Like, that's so cool. And I've gotten to connect with a few of you, like through other social media channels, and you're all as cool as I thought you'd be. So yeah,
it's been cool. It's been a very cool thing to put a video out and get such a good response.
Yeah, what a fun week.
Yeah, it's been good.
Yeah, so thank you guys. So what are you drinking this week?
I saw this at the store, and it's kind of not special, but it's funny. So like in terms of beer, I totally gravitate towards like IPAs, bitter beers, ales. I like lagers, more summery type stuff. So, and I like just about everything, but there's this, this beer, I wasn't expecting to like it, and I really, really like it a lot. So there is this restaurant that unfortunately this is true, they did recently shut their doors.
Right, so side note.
Yeah, sidebar.
We were wrong about the L&S in Zionsville. Thankfully, that was a temporary closure that we misunderstood. So they are reopened.
They are reopened.
And since I know they're reopened, I will say the name. It's Persnickety Stitchers in Zionsville, Indiana. So we apologize that we misspoke, but thankfully, because somebody was willing, like...
Other people knew.
Yeah, kind of asked me in the comments, and it caused me to dig a little deeper because I wanted to give the right information, and I found out, like, they reopened. That was a temporary closure, so very cool. Continue.
This is true. This restaurant closed, and they would do a beer brunch, a Christmas beer brunch. It was always like a week or two before Christmas. It was.
Do you want me to show the bottle?
I will. It was mid December, late December, and it was a very, very cool thing. And they would pair beer with five courses, something like that. So, and it was just kind of a special thing we did with friends. We have some friends that they like called. She would the wife. She would call like all the time, just bugging these people like, hey, like, when are you selling tickets? And she would buy us tickets and we would all go together. So this is Chimay Grande Reserve, Blue Label. This beer, it's a Belgian ale.
See if it'll focus if I...
Excuse me. It is a Belgian dark ale. It's a strong ale. It's 9%. It's a doozy. And I was surprised because it is a sweet beer. I'm surprised that I liked it as much. It's a very sweet beer, but it's not like, it is very much like drinking a cocktail almost, I swear. It's very like, or not a cocktail, I'm trying to think. It's very warm, like wine. Sorry, or like a mold. Sorry, that's what I was trying to think. Like not a cocktail, but like a mold wine or something. It's very warming. As warm on the aftertaste, and it's spicy like cinnamony and stuff like that, and it's caramel hinted. It's very good.
And we realized
I'm trying to think if there's nothing else. But
that's not the right glass.
yeah, I know it's not the right glass.
But we don't have a tulip glass.
I poured it into a
Yet.
glass. I did pour it into a glass.
Yes, you did.
I don't usually
I
do
did
that.
not this time.
That's okay.
So I'm doing another grocery store choice.
Great.
So I'm doing Leinenkugel's
Leinenkugel.
Oktoberfest. The reason I wanted an Oktoberfest this week is because
it's actually
it should
Oktoberfest.
be Oktoberfest this week, but the real Oktoberfest in Germany was canceled.
Oktoberfest famously in September.
In September, yeah. So it was supposed to start like the end of this week in Germany, but no thanks to COVID, they're not going to be able to do that. I know that there are some local breweries in Indy, Central Indy, who are doing
Releases and
special Oktoberfest releases. Some of them are doing outdoor events where you can come masked unless you're at a table.
Stuff, probably.
Yeah, beer gardens, outdoor events. So it's not all is lost. But the brewery that I wanted to purchase Oktoberfest from, they're not releasing their Oktoberfest for 3 more days. So I will get it, but I couldn't have it for this video. So trusty standby Leinenkugel's Oktoberfest. It's only 5.1%, so another light one that's really good, like for a weeknight, easy to drink.
I just want to check it out. I'm not gonna.
Yeah. I typically can be happy with a Leinenkugel. In the summer, I enjoy their shandies. They have several. He's not a shandy guy.
They have
like
their place.
All of it.
They have their place.
So I enjoy a shandy.
People like them, and that's okay.
Mm-hmm. Like we said last week, everybody should just drink what they like.
There's nothing wrong with a shandy.
There's
I just famously do not enjoy them.
There is nothing wrong with a shandy. I famously don't enjoy dark beer, so
yeah.
There's that. But that's what we're drinking this week. So if you have any favorite Oktoberfest recommendations, food or beverage, leave them in the comments. Tell us about it, because I think that next week I might try and plan like an Oktoberfest dinner.
Yeah, we can talk about food too. We can.
Yeah.
It's not a far stretch.
Yeah. So if you have any, like if you're part of a German family who has like strong Oktoberfest traditions or anything like that, let us know. If your city is doing something, or if you have a local brewery that's doing something cool for Oktoberfest, tell us about it. We want to know. So yeah. So let's move on to what have we been doing this week?
Yeah. Updates.
Yeah. So for me, it was just a normal week of homeschooling. We have our 2 kids, and then twice a week there are 2 other girls from a family in our church, excuse me, who come over. And obviously I'm not their teacher, they're homeschooled. But for the day, they hang out with our kids, and their parents leave their list of tasks, like worksheets that need to get done before they come home. And I usually do an art project and a science project. So we did all that this week. Learned about the Declaration of Independence. But that was learned how to bake challah bread in a round, because we're recording on Thursday. So tomorrow night at sundown, Rosh Hashanah begins, which is the Jewish calendar New Year. And so traditionally you would eat your challah bread that you eat every Shabbat or every Sabbath, but it's round to symbolize the looping of the years. Just how there's no, like, as soon as you get to the end, there's a new beginning and you do it all over again. So I'm very familiar with baking challah, but I've never made it round. So that was kind of like our big adventure today, is I learned how to make it round. And if you follow me on Instagram, you saw that.
Yes.
So what have you been doing this week?
Building the home gym. Building our quarantine gym.
Yeah.
Which is a little late, I realize, because you cannot find any workout equipment anywhere. You can't find any weightlifting equipment anywhere. I mean, I'm sure there's other stuff that people can't find, but I've been looking for racks and benches and weights and stuff, and you can't find it. But I found some. We pieced it together.
Yeah, you cleaned out a big portion of the garage to make room for like a little gym. We have a detached garage, and we both use it for our cars, but he managed to carve out enough space in there for a home gym, which is pretty cool.
We're getting ready. We are gearing up, hopefully, to go hunting this year. So that's something I'm going to do with my dad. And that'll be fun. I've never gone.
Yeah.
So.
And we bought a second freezer in hopeful anticipation.
Yeah, but we
successful hunting season.
But we do a lot of food prep anyway, so it's not like we wouldn't use it. But it would be really cool just to have food to fill it up with.
Yeah, very cool. We'll find something for it.
I think that's it. Is there anything I'm forgetting? What have we been doing all week?
Stitching.
Yeah.
Talking to our new friends on YouTube.
Yeah. It's been a lot of watching, and I'm sure if you do, if you start a YouTube like this, you get used to watching it. Because we were just watching it like all the time. It was really weird. Like you would just change it, like checking out the, you can see like your watch time and all those crazy things, like just learning all that. And
it's fun.
It's been interesting. So I'm sure we'll get into a rhythm with that.
Yeah. So let's talk about our stitching.
Okay.
Do you want me to go first?
Yes.
Okay. So I only have one whip to show this week because it's been a full week of coming to America. And this is still in the hoop because I was working on it before he came home from work, and I'm going to work on it after we're done recording. So no point in taking it out of the hoop. So this is where I'm at now. Like I said, I'm still, I'm not going to hit a 250 a day to finish in 66 days, but I have stitched every day. Some days have been less than others, but I think the most notable, obviously, difference from last week is that I finished all this wave through here. I added Goodman Howland. He is officially overboard. Goodman Howland, yes. So if you don't watch Kia and Nathan's Flosstube or Kia and Tech Guy, I mean, you should be watching it. I'm going to link any Flosstube that we mention below. Kia explained why he is in the water that she and I learned this week from some very smart people. So on the Mayflower voyage, and I don't know why we didn't realize this, because if you've watched the Charlie Brown, like the Peanuts Mayflower voyage special for Thanksgiving, they clearly show this
guy falling over.
This guy went overboard, and they say that it's John Howland. Like they tell you.
They do, don't they?
Yeah. So I don't know why I didn't put it together that that's who this represents. John Howland fell off because he went up.
It must be in a transcript or something.
Yeah.
Right. And we probably only have like so much of that left.
Yeah, it's in a journal, this account. He fell overboard, but grabbed onto a rope that was trailing behind the ship. They finally heard him, threw him a fish hook, pulled him back on.
Fish hook.
And all was well. But that's who this represents. That's why he's in the water. So I got him. I have not stitched his flag that he's holding. And then today, so I finished him last night, and then today's progress has just been beginning the outline. We're going to stitch with Kia and Nathan this weekend again, and I wanted to outline the ship so that when I'm with them hanging out, I can just mindlessly fill without counting anything. So that's where I'm at. I also extended the border down so that I would have my boundaries in place. And then I finished that goal. I think what I've decided, I can't remember off the top of my head who I saw it from first, but I've been seeing lots of people on Instagram who have recharted a portion to include the words
To the glory of God.
for the glory of God.
To the glory of God. To the glory.
Is it to the glory?
To the glory, I believe.
I will verify before I do anything. Which is from the Mayflower Compact.
Mm-hmm.
And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to put it over here. So I'm going to lose a couple seagulls. But there are more seagulls like over here so I'll have more. But I think I'm going to put that right around here because I really like it. That it's from the Mayflower Compact. And we taught our kids about that this year. Mm-hmm. And then something else, I think I'm finally starting to feel a little more confident counting on a higher count, like going over 2. I'm finding that I'm making fewer counting errors, which is pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
So
You get into a groove.
yeah, I'm getting into a groove, and I think I said this last week that I'm hoping that through this process, I'm going to be a more confident stitcher. And I already feel more at ease when I pick this up than I did the first few days. So that's nice. But this is all I've stitched on this week.
Oh, so it's whips are stuff we've stitched on during the week.
Yeah.
I just thought it was stuff that was in progress, but I guess that makes sense.
Well, if I showed everything that I have in
I'm
progress.
still learning. And I've never been until right now, like right this last week or so, I've never had more than one thing going that we couldn't show. I guess there is one thing that we're working on that we're keeping a secret.
Yeah, it's a gift.
It's another gift. It's nothing special, but nothing like crazy. Is it my turn?
Yes.
Okay. We'll start with this. This is less overwhelming.
Do you want me to hold it for you while you talk?
If you want. It's the Waxing Moon Designs, the Bittersweet Trio, that autumn combination. This is what they look like again, because I haven't done much of it. Whatever. We're doing this one right now, and the other one has a squirrel and a fox. And I think all I had was like a pumpkin, like the orange is all I was trying to say. Like this, just the orangish. Now there's like some leaves. There's supposed to be some back stitching through there, and I feel like there's like some kind of, those little like holes are like some kind of blossom or something. And there's like, I think.
Well, look at, what is
well,
it?
yeah, it's like a little yellowy white kind of looking thing. I think it's supposed to be some sort of leaf. There's probably a leaf, just a different leaf. The one thing that I'm a little iffy on, I think it'll look fine, is this second white pumpkin. I mean, it looks okay. If you're looking at it real fast, that color's really similar. Yeah,
this fabric is
very similar.
It is a 28 count Joblin.
I forgot what the color was.
Queen Anne's lace.
Queen Anne's lace. And that pumpkin is a white. It's just it's just basic. What's this? You're gonna have to help me because the
Ecru
DMC. So the blank DMC. That was how it was described.
Undyed.
Excuse me, undyed. Blanc would be white.
Yes.
So I don't know. I mean, I think it'll be fine.
Is there any back stitching?
Yeah, and there's other color. There's green. There's like a green on it.
It's gonna look fine when you finish it.
Yeah, you know how like white pumpkins have green on them?
Yeah.
Like they have that greeny.
Sometimes bluish.
Yeah.
I think it's gonna be fine when she.
I think it'll be fine. Yeah, but I just it's hard to stitch.
Yeah.
It's hard to see where you're going on that one.
Can I see him?
Yeah. Plus, that's the one where it's different. It's a different count. So that's different for me than just like 14 count basic Ada, where you can see all the holes, unless it's on black.
This is a very tight.
It's even weave.
Yeah.
Is that what you mean?
It's just like if you
Oh, yeah.
It's tighter than my linen.
Sure. I'm sure that makes sense. Somehow.
Yeah.
The other piece that I'm working on that I've also stitched on is the Tiny Final Fantasies work from, I forget.
We'll
link
Jennifer's Etsy shop. We'll link it below.
We'll link it again. I'm sorry, we showed it on the last video. And this one is also a gift. We're working on it. I might be close to done on it, except I keep telling myself I'm going to turn the game on and start a game because I want to. I'm putting, for those of you who know what I'm doing, or have played the game, I'm putting the names, like the names that you assign, like, because you get to pick which you assign the names for your characters when you pick them.
But why these names?
Because those are my brother's names.
Yeah. And you grew up playing this together.
And we grew up playing this together. Well, yeah, it's not really a game we play together, but it was. And the HP counter, I want to start a game and see what the starting HP counts are and stitch those, just offset a little bit from the HP. So.
And then that's done, right?
And that's pretty much done. I played around with doing some other stuff, like on the top, like doing like some, because when you're in like a battle, which is what this looks like the battle screen, there's usually depending on where you're at in like the map or whatever, there's going to be like a forest kind of pattern or like columns if you're in like a dungeon or like a cave kind of looking thing. But I don't think that's enough. I think we're going to be good. So that's almost done. And then I'll probably be not stuck on, that's not what I mean. But like I'll work on this I'd like to get this done before Halloween-ish time.
You could probably finish before October. He's on vacation next week.
I am on vacation.
And it's a staycation.
So we'll probably, we've got other plans, like yard work and stuff, but I mean, I'll stitch. Yeah, sure I will.
So.
We've never done that.
Oh, no.
No, I did pull out. I thought I'd put a border on this thing, and I started stitching. Like I started stitching like a white border around it, and I like just a real basic, like just some lines, and I don't know, I ripped it out. I got pretty far. I got like up and around.
I think if we put it in a white frame, that will negate the need for you to stitch a border.
Right, and I didn't plan it. I really didn't plan it much beyond. I didn't really plan it beyond the guys, to be honest. But it's gonna look really good.
I think so.
Yeah.
So that's really it for whips. But I do have like a few things that we picked up this week for our stitching that I wanted to share with you guys. Again, Kia already talked about these. But I got a couple new hoops this week that I'm really happy with. So the brand
Top Notch.
And then on the side, it says Nurge. I don't know if that'll focus. This one is the 6-inch hoop. I think
number 3 on it.
Yeah.
If that's helpful.
Yeah. So I bought a 6-inch hoop that I thought would be a good size if I'm stitching like an ornament size piece. I got the 10-inch one, which is this one right here that I'm using for Coming to America. And then I think I bought an 8-inch. I'm really happy with them. It's really smooth to the touch, but I feel like it grips fabric very well. When I put my piece in there, when I'm sitting down to start, because my habit is just to, when I first sit down for the day, I put my piece in there and then I make sure I take it out of the hoop overnight. But I don't have to move it during the day or over stitching unless I'm ready to move up or down on my project, which I'm really happy with, because the other ones I felt like I was constantly like stretching it back out. It's not drum tight, but these were $5.99 at Joann Fabrics. So I'm happy with them. I think I'll save all the other hoops. I have like 4 others that I'll probably save if I ever want to use a hoop to display a finished project. So yeah, $5.99, Joann Fabrics. Say, like, go over there with a coupon. Kia and I did not find these with the other embroidery hoops though. They were with the fabric. So I don't know why. If you can't find them though, we were able to ask, and they took us.
Knew where they were.
They knew where they were. So happy with that small investment.
Thing. Huh? You got a new pumpkin thing.
Oh yeah, that's my non-stitchy haul. Aldi put out their fall stuff this week, yesterday.
I like it because it has bluish pumpkins. Like it has the lighter. Yeah, I like those.
Yeah, I'm very happy with that. Very, very happy with that. So that was a cheap investment back there. I also got a subscription to Punch Needle and Primitive
Stitching. Oh, and
magazine.
They have that. Oh yeah, and they have that one pattern.
They have.
What was it? There were a couple.
In their fall issue. One, there's a heart and hand, like 2 little owls, and I can't remember off the top of my head what it's called. If you follow her on Instagram, she posted about it, and I think that's probably what put me over the edge to like, yeah, I'm gonna get a digital subscription to this magazine because I want to stitch those little owls. And so I think this issue has 21 projects, and I think it's a pretty clean split between punch needle projects and cross stitch, but there are at least 3 cross stitch patterns in there that I want to stitch. So very happy with that. I'll link the magazine's website below if you want to go check it out. I think I paid $24 for a year of digital subscription, but when I did that, it also gave me access to all of 2019. So I have all of 2019 and then all of 2020 so far, and then the spring and the summer of next year. So for $24, I'm pretty happy with that. And then the other thing that I got, or that I did, that's stitchy related.
First
try at dyeing cross stitch fabric. So I watched a million tutorials, and then I treated it like I treat just about everything in my life. I do a ton of research, and then I did what I wanted. That's how I cook, unless it's bread.
It's with bread.
Huh?
You do it with bread sometimes.
Sometimes. Not the first try of a recipe.
You'd be like, it said that we should use this and this and this, but I just did this. And we'll see what happens.
Okay, yeah, I do it with everything. So that's what I did with this cross stitch fabric. So both of these pieces that I'm going to show you are from the same Hobby Lobby brand 28 count even weave by Zweigert, I think. But it's the Hobby Lobby store brand. And so this is a piece that I coffee tea dyed.
Coffee? Is it called coffee tea dyeing? That's what it's called?
Because it's coffee and tea. It's
both?
It's instant coffee and tea bags.
I didn't do it.
So I got a little bit of modeling through it. It's not really showing that well.
Well, hold it back a little bit maybe.
Yeah, that you can see the modeling better on that piece. So I'm pretty happy with that for my first try at coffee tea dyeing.
You can't see it over there.
Fabric. It's subtle and it was super easy. So we'll definitely use this fabric. I don't have a specific project in mind for it right now, but
yeah, the back isn't anything. It's all.
Yeah.
I mean, the back's a little bit. The back looks like it was like, the back looks like it had something set on it. Like it looks like it was a tablecloth and it had like something metal set on it and it rusted a little bit. It's got like a ring.
I don't know how it happened.
I don't know. I don't think that's a bad thing either.
Okay, and then the second piece, I RIT dyed and then I coffee tea dyed. So I wanted something Halloween-ish. Yeah. So this is how it turned out. Can you hold it? I feel like you've got better light for that over here. So this side is the more mottled side.
It's not really green. I mean, it is like, but it's not like, you wouldn't be like, oh, that's green. Like,
no, it kind of looks like something used to be bluish green and then it got really dirty and old. But I'm okay with that. And then the back
that's kind of blue-green.
Is much less
I don't
mottled.
know which I like better. Okay, I don't know.
We'll definitely use it.
I think it depends on what you're doing.
It totally. Yeah.
Like some of those cutesier Halloween ones would look better on that.
Yeah, but I think the other side, I don't know. The RIT color I used, emerald green.
Emerald.
That we got at Meijer. And,
does Esmeralda mean green? Does it mean emerald?
Yeah.
It says Emerald Esmeralda. Esmeralda.
You didn't know that?
No.
So per my usual, I did not read the instructions. I was just like, I've RIT dyed before. And I think I did like glug glug and a little shake of salt in there. And I just went for it. And that's what I got. I'm pretty happy with it.
Yeah.
I think we'll take this to Kia and very nicely ask her to serge it for me. Just in case I want to do a piece on it that's going to need the whole piece. I don't know. But those were my adventures this week. Is there anything I'm forgetting?
Anything else? This might be a little shorter.
Yeah, that's fine.
I'm trying to think if there's anything else, but I don't think there is.
Oh, we bought something in anticipation of a little mini
Oh, yeah.
on our channel. You want to explain that?
We were just, well, so honestly, when I bought the Chimay Grande Reserve, I was going to look for some sort of beer that was recommended by a commenter. And I could not find it. I didn't find the specific one that she was asking for. Because she asked me I offered to stop on the way home Tuesday. It would have been Monday.
Yeah.
Probably. And pick that up and see if we could find it. And I saw this one and I was like, I'm going to get that because even if we don't do it this week, it's a good one. It's a very, very good beer. But I found the same brewery, the same beer, but rum barrel aged. And it's big.
It's a heavy hitter.
It's a big beer. It's 13%, 13.5.
We're gonna share it.
Yes. But we got it initially, and I don't know that we necessarily thought we would see the jump in subscribers, and again, just like we said earlier, just kind of surprised at the response, and it was a very nice response. That we talked about drinking that this week. You were going to drink that beer and I was going to drink this one and whatever, but now that beer's, we were like, maybe one of us shouldn't drink that beer and another beer while we're recording. And so we decided that might be like a special beer, like a 500 subs beer.
Yeah, if we make 500
That's a small little goal. If we get like 500 subs, we can break that open and talk about it.
I'm excited. It could happen this week. I don't want to jinx anything.
I'm not saying I doubt it. I just like whatever. Whenever that happens, it'd be appropriate if it were in the next month.
It is a fall beer.
It is a fall beer.
Yeah. So that's
Very
something
fall.
that we're looking forward to cracking open with you all.
So yeah, look forward to that.
Yeah, for sure. So, tell us in the comments if you have any Oktoberfest traditions.
Oh yeah, Oktoberfest stuff.
Yeah. Tell us if you have
any beer suggestions.
Yes.
I keep cutting you
please.
off. I'm sorry.
It's fine. Your fall beer suggestions. And we'll see if we can find any of your suggestions locally. So far, everything that you guys, I had a couple people send me messages like privately. A couple people said their favorites in the comments.
I liked a simple Coke. Or what was it?
A good old Coke.
A good old Coke.
Yeah.
I like Coke.
Yeah. Well, I don't.
I like Coke.
I don't like anything. I don't
I like brown
soda.
Dark sodas.
So,
no
like
Dr. Pepper,
Coke,
no Coke.
Dr. Pepper.
That's pretty much
root beer.
All the best ones.
Sorry. But, yeah, I think that's it for us this week, guys.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you again so much. Cheers.